I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be in whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder. And my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie.
Hooray, first world country internet.
Yay. I'll no longer have degenerate internet, like if I lived in the...
Like a peasant.
Yep. Ready. So, when last we left off, who remembers what was going on last we left off, guys?
Start off. I remember how it ended. Just how it starts off.
Can people hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So my notes are: we did a whole bunch of downtime stuff, and then we went to Aventine to tell the dude about the primordial, and our plan is to go to Helgi Domer after this. I don't think we talked to the leader of Aventine though.
No.
Not yet.
You got... The primordial kind of suggested you drop in on the chancellor of the university there. And then you met some... Cristona went looking for druids and found some other druids who took exception to the fact that she was alive and in the city. And we ended off with her flying away from them while the rest of the party... flying away from them towards the rest of the party, while the rest of the party was casually enjoying a drink at the Dog.
The Dog.
Of course. The Dog. But yes, you got threatened by a 2.5 foot tall gnome doing his best impression of somebody actually intimidating. And...
said, fuck that noise. Bye.
And like 20 or so of his closest friends. Hey. So, we left off with Cristona literally in the process of flying towards the Dog, and the other three of you at the Dog, having a lovely drink. So the evening goes on. You guys continue to chow down a little bit and chat. Cristona, you are continuing to fly out of the Warrens as memory serves, and you're heading towards the Dog?
Yes.
All right. So before long, you make it out of the Warren into the docks, and you can spot the familiar roof of the Dog below you.
Yep. So gonna swoop down and land in front of it and change back, like, into kind of a skid towards the door.
All right.
What
So
form
you
is she in
change
at
back.
the moment?
Sorry?
What form is she in at the moment?
It was a giant eagle into her normal form.
Oh, okay.
All right. You land, skid through the door, and the flock of druids behind you. A few of them land on the street. Most of them settle on the rooftops and in the alleys surrounding the dog.
Just to me, like, get through it, close the door behind, lean against the door for a moment, and just, like, look around with a sigh.
All right, Sadok, Bauer, and Bigoroy, you witness Kristona, who's been gone most of the day, suddenly crash through the doors of the dog, looking a little tired from her recent flight. Close the doors abruptly behind her, and lean against them for a moment. Bigoroy down here before
No,
before doing anything.
I understand. Priorities.
I have a feeling I'm gonna need that.
That's fair. That is fair.
It's very fair.
Problems.
Just let me remind myself of. It was.
The ones who hate you are the urban enclave.
That's what I thought.
The ones who you were looking for are the city circle.
City circle, yeah. I was looking at my notes there, like, right, or no. Just frowns over them. Urban enclave.
Are they likely to bust in?
Thinks a moment, Can's head. Unsure. I'll walk over to the others and sigh a little bit.
You hear what seems like a light tapping at the door to the bunch of you. Mushroom druids! Leave this tavern immediately and come out and face your doom.
Sticking, like, one of those times with, like, sticking a pinky in the ear just to, like, lower the blow of the grating voice for a second. Could not find the others, but those found us.
So they did.
So, what's the plan here? Are we just gonna fight them or try to run them off peacefully?
We were attempting to not lightning them in the middle of the city, but they are persistent. I was looking to Sadok. Do you think you could talk to them, Sadok? We would not be much use.
I can try. I don't know how reasonable they're gonna be. Might want to hide yourself or disguise yourself. Start walking to the door.
Doesn't really have much in the way of disguise besides what they could probably obviously tell would be a wild shape. So just going to stand over next to the door for a moment and just catch breath.
I mean, at least like get out of line of sight of the door, I guess.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
All right, I guess I'll open up the door. Greetings, friends! Oh, you're just in time. I was just beginning a sermon on the good works of Ilmater. Have you heard of Ilmater?
Yes! I have heard of Ilmater. He will not be found here tonight, though. We have come to visit vengeance upon the mushroom druid within this tavern. Only the good grace of the dog protects her.
Oh, well, I assure you, Ilmater will be here, in name if not in person. Please, I have, and I'll pull out like several large holy text. I have much to go over. Please, come in.
You wish for me to enter the dog?
Oh yes, you. If only to hear my sermon. Like I said, the fine folks of this tavern have agreed, acquiesced, tolerated. What's the right word? Been subjected to, or will be subjected to, the teachings. They're in dire need of it. Drunks and louts, the lot of them. And well, frankly, you seem like you could use the good word too.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh.
Go ahead and use my inspiration on that.
Sure.
Oh shit!
Great. So much better.
I don't care. It was great to me. It was a natural 20 in my
Laid
book.
it on a little thick there, lad.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not actually trying to get them to come in. I'm trying to get them to go away.
You wish for me to enter the territory of the dog? Most sacred urban animal in all of Aventine? Without his permission? Art thou insane, lad?
Whose permission?
Permission of the dog?
But the dog is just a bar. It's not a person.
Of course it's not a person. He kind of cocks his head as if you've said something very stupid. He's a dog. The dog.
The dog?
Yes, the dog.
But the dog is a bar. It's not actually a dog.
Have you not met the dog?
Have you heard the great word of the dog?
This is the bar that has the dog as a server who teleports whenever you're not looking.
I remember.
Okay, just
I'm so glad Kristona agreed to this.
Tigroy, the bartender is just sitting behind the bar. He's looking at the door, kind of watching intently, but he's not growling or exhibiting any aggressive behavior.
Okay, so far so good.
But look at him! The dog is right there!
I don't see who you're pointing to. Can you maybe come closer and point him out?
He gives an apprehensive look at the dog and steps closer to the threshold of the bar. And as he gets close and is about to step over, the dog growls. And he immediately stops and steps back. Did you not hear that?
Hear what? Sorry, my ears don't work quite the way they used to. One too many loud choirs.
Ah. Make another persuasion check with advantage.
I fucking love this party.
Persuasion or deception?
You know, I don't know what category annoying the fuck out of people falls under. So,
That's fair.
Oh, shit.
with advantage.
Oh, right,
That's
right.
true, that's true. Fuck! Why?
Well, you have not sufficiently annoyed him enough to. Well, you know what? You have not sufficiently annoyed him enough to force him to go away. Instead, he just huffs at you. Enough of this! Bring out the mushroom druid! You may preach to her and us in the great outdoors!
Alright. 1 second. Be right back. And I'll shut the door in his face.
You
Now-
get the feeling that he stands there staring at it for a while before realizing what you...
This bar, I'm assuming, serves food as well.
Yeah, we've gotten food here.
Of course!
Do they have mushrooms?
Oh, God.
I would like to get one of the food mushrooms and draw a little face on it.
Well, while he's doing that, Christona's gonna go over to the bar for a second and just look at the dog with a frown. We are sorry for the commotion.
The dog kind of gives an woof and licks your hand a little bit. All right, Sadok, you go over to the dog. What do you ask him for specifically?
Just an ordinary mushroom. Preferably whole, if they have them. But if not, I can take a sliced one.
Okay. The dog, as soon as you look away, vanishes. And appears just next to you, holding a bucket full of large mushrooms.
I will grab the largest one in the bowl.
All right.
And pull out. Just an ink, equivalent some ink, and like I said, just draw a crude smiley face on it. And then I'm gonna go back outside.
Make a painter's tool check for me.
Make a what?
Make a painter tool check for me, real quick.
Gonna watch that, and eventually Christona peeks over to Digroy and just kind of cants their head. Is this a moment?
Deception, Dex and proficiency for that. So
Yep.
Equivalent to myself. Wow.
Digroy, is this a
Rolling great
moment
tonight.
where we should be insulted?
No, so you may want to get some weapons ready.
Yeah, no. Definitely loosen the blade in the scabbard. I think to be insulted, they'd have to actually be effective.
Sadok, as you draw the little smiley face on the mushroom, it sprouts tiny little arms and smiles even wider. And it makes a little sound and starts waving from side to side slowly.
You accidentally animate a fungus.
Well, this is a thing.
Perhaps this is when we should feel insulted.
Your responsibility now, Sadok.
You'd never talk to me or my mushroom son ever again. Well, gonna get Shillelagh ready.
That's probably a good idea. Anyway, like I said, I will
And
go
cinematic
outside
entity.
the tavern, open the door back up, step out, close the door behind me, place the mushroom on the ground in front of the gnome, and pull out a book and start reading from like one of the drier sections of the holy text.
Of course. The gnome looks down at the mushroom, which is still waving slightly. Think Baby Groot.
Oh God.
It's still waving slightly from side to side. Still.
Fuck.
He looks down at it and just stares completely befuddled at it for a second while you work your way through the beginnings of a passage about Ilmater. And he looks up at you. What in the nine hells is that?
Well, it's a mushroom, druid.
That is not the mushroom druid we were looking for.
Oh, well, yes, I know, but you see, I figured it might be better to find someone of your, intellectual level for this class. I mean, we try to group people together based on their capabilities.
Fuck.
Well, damn.
Wrecked.
Yeah. That's how you insult somebody.
He's gonna need to make a wisdom save for that one.
Shit. Fuck.
Unfortunately, he avoids your vicious mockery damage. He looks.
Holy shade.
He looks befuddled at you for a second. Then he just looks down and back up at you. Fuck this goddamn city. And he casts Call Lightning.
Oh shit.
Sadok, I'm gonna need you to make a dex save for me as a bolt of lightning comes down and strikes you.
Shit.
Oh,
I cannot roll worth a damn right now.
Apparently, yeah. Shit.
he gets a solid 21 damage in on you.
Oh yeah, going out
Fireball,
now.
Sword elements.
Perhaps I did not make myself clear. Bring me the mushroom druid known as Cristona, or face the wrath of
So-
the urban enclave.
Since he has now hit me with a lightning bolt, can I respond with an attack of my own?
Sure.
Sweet.
Gonna run out the moment like here's a lightning crack.
Yeah.
Which is also going to have a d6 from Absorb Elements
Ooh.
and a
Ooh.
extra 15 if he fails a con save.
Come on. Fuck.
Oof.
Damn. Oh well, still half.
Oh, yeah. The 26 will still hit him, and half of that. That is 15, 22 damage. Nice. Is everybody running out into the alleyway?
Yep.
Or outside? Alright.
Of course.
Here it is, back alley. Alright. Why is there a Diggeroy in the top right-hand corner? Did you just drag
I
that
just
out?
put him there, yeah.
So, as you leave, the call lightning has come down. That's too many druids. The call lightning has come down. This guy was directly in front of you, the gnome who's trying to threaten you guys. And several of his druidic friends have unwild shaped on the rooftops at the crack of lightning as you all exit. The Mushroom One! Kill her! And the Preacher! And I would like you all to please roll initiative.
I think Roll20 replaced my D20s with D10s.
It's very buff. Alrighty. Also, Sidok, take another inspiration for that. That was fucking.
Yeah, that was great. That was amazing.
Speaking of, it is your turn. You have an angry druid leader ahead of you. A few of his buddies coming down the street at you, and a few more who've just unwild shaped on top of the rooftops around you.
The ones on top, do they actually have bows and arrows with them?
Yep. They sure do.
I'm gonna throw up a wind wall on this roof. Built in such a way that it hits all of them for the initial damage, and then basically gives us a solid wall around the roof.
Alright. $3d8 damage. Can you roll that damage for
Yep.
Okay, so it's going to force all of these other druids who are up here in wild shape out of their wild. Very. Because pigeons are not very durable.
Huh.
Wow.
So it's not just me that Roll20 is sucking for.
Apparently.
Damn. Okay, only one of them succeeds. Everybody else takes the full 13. Alright, good stuff. And the wind wall is wind wall concentration?
Yes.
Okay.
But they should all have yeah, they just can't even hit. It's not even disadvantaged, they just can't even hit.
Yep. Yeah, it's an automatic miss for anything that
And small creatures can't pass through it. Or small flying creatures.
capitalized. Smaller flying creatures.
Or objects. Does that mean gnomes can't pass through it?
Flying gnomes can't pass through it.
That's true.
Well, but I mean, gnomes are
Pearl
also
gnome,
objects.
I think, would still be able to get through.
Yeah.
Just continue on the shade route here.
Damn. Hey, that's a perfectly valid rules question.
I mean, if we had a Goliath and a gnome in the party, that's something we would absolutely need to know.
Small gnomes. Small non-flying gnomes can pass through it. All of the gnomes who are on that rooftop are now non-flying. So, yes. They can pass through it.
Anyway, I think that's it for me.
Alrighty. Well, Kristona has a 17. She shouldn't be there. Alright. Which means it's these guys' turn. I don't have any more of them hiding anywhere, do I? Nope. Alright. So, first things first. The leader, who's been trying to threaten you this whole time, is going to drop another Call Lightning on top of Kristona. So I need all of you to make deck saves for me, please. Big Roy will fail, Sudoku will pass, Kristona will pass, Bauer will. Alright, so 15 lightning damage for those who fail, half that for those who succeed. As his bonus action, he's going to take out a very long stick. By which I mean for his height, it's like, I don't know, foot long maximum.
So I'm gonna absorb elements on that.
Cool. Go ahead.
So that's
And he's going to try and hit. Yep. Twas. He's going to try and hit Sadok with his stick.
21 will hit.
He's going to try and do it again.
26 will also hit. My
Cool.
AC does not magically go up after getting hit.
You never know. You could be a ranger with multi-attack defense. Or whatever the hell that thing's. I swear it's a thing. So he hits you twice for 20 damage total. Gets a couple cracks in it.
Ow.
Stupid preacher! Kill the mushroom lady and the preacher. Ignore the others! Now his buddies are going to move in. Not all of them can reach Kristona, unfortunately. And one of them is going to be blocked by this wagon. Alright. Two of them are going to go at... two of them are going to go at Bauer because they're the only one he can reach. Or he's the only one they can reach. Two of them are going to go at Kristona, and one more is going to go at Sadok. So Bauer, those are for you. I believe they both hit.
Yeah.
Alright. So that's two separate attacks that I've just rolled as one. Those will both miss. Ah. Kristona, 22 hits you, yeah?
yeah.
A 19 does not, though?
No, not the moment.
Cool. So you take 17 damage as two of them hit you with their... And... Sadok, you take another 10 damage as the last one hits you with his stick as well. These assholes.
What
Yep.
jokes?
You're fine.
Should not have advantage, which means wind wall is down.
Oof. Big oof. All right. Well, Christona, there are
Okay.
all these druids coming at you.
Yeah. So how about let me figure out my spacing here. But I would like to Actually, I'm going to hold off on this because Sadok's right there. But I would like to do a... No, heck with it. I'm going to go around here. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go around on this side. I'll provoke the Oppie.
Okay.
Come smack this guy.
All right. Yep.
Shit! Well,
You take us all another 14 damage.
okay.
But you want to smack this guy in the face?
Yep, a couple times.
Alrighty. Give it to him. 24 will hit. A 17 will also hit him, actually. They do not have good AC. So that is 22, 28, 38.
Yeah. How's he looking?
Pretty bad.
Yeah, just glaring at him.
He
This is
seems
why...
like he was a lot of talk.
Yeah, this is why we tried to avoid this. And then gonna turn on the spectral armor.
He keeps his call lightning. But you smack him a couple of times, and he suddenly looks a lot more alarmed at how you've come into the city.
Mm-hmm. We did not run for us.
All right. Hey, Bauer, you're up.
Okay. I think I'll just go to push the guy to my left down. Start.
All right. He is pushed down. That'll hit him. That'll hit him. That'll also hit him. Alrighty. That is 28, 37, 40. Yeah, he's down.
I made a mistake. Oh well.
What do you mean you made a mistake?
Well, I should have used my AoE attack instead of going after one guy, but it's he's dead. It's good.
Yeah.
No, let me redo that. Let me redo that chroma coin.
Alrighty. So now we come to the arrow druids. Oh, there's a lot of these guys. Oh no. Alright. Let's get this started. So I'm gonna have, let's see. These two guys are gonna move and take cover. These. No, okay, I'm just crazy. I could have sworn there was another group of druids on the right-hand roof, but apparently they vanished. That's okay. So the druids on the left-hand side are going to... Two of them are going to go for Bauer. Two of them are going to go for Diggeroy. druids on the right-hand side are going to focus on Sadok and Kristona. Bauer, what's your AC right now?
22.
22. So only one of those will hit you. Deroy, what are you sitting on?
16.
Ooh, okay. That's 2 hits, and one of them's a crit for you.
Hold on a second. Which one there?
7. You have the last 4. So 12, 17, 28, and 13.
I'll shield the 17.
Okay, so that's just crit for you.
Did you roll damage for me?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
So that is a solid 6 damage for you, Diggeroy, on that crit. And 9 damage for you, Bow. Dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Oh boy.
Remember that mine are at disadvantage.
Right, because you're spectral.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that super helps with this bunch, but that's 20,
Nope.
20, a 12. What are you sitting on, Tracy?
Me, 21.
Oh, damn. So that is not a single. These are for Sadok starting now. 1.
Yes.
How many?
Oh boy.
Jesus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, I think.
There are a lot of attacks.
Well, there's 3 of them, and they make 2 longbow attacks each.
Cripes.
So that's a solid 48 attack hit damage over
Yeah, that
5
is
hits.
more than enough to drop me.
Alright. Alright. So, Sadok is down. Diggeroy, you're up.
Yeah.
Nice!
Start with that. I disagree.
I reject a reality and substitute my own.
Cool. Cool. Alright, Sadok, you're back up with 46 health.
Damn.
More than what I started their turn with.
As I move up, can I kind of shove Sadok backwards a bit?
Sure, why not?
So I'll stand here, and then who do I want to inspire? I will inspire Kristona.
Huzzah.
Alrighty.
Show them who the better druid is.
Ooh. I think it's already been pretty conclusively proved who that is.
But that will be
The
my
2-inch
turn.
mushroom?
Yes, exactly. The best druid.
Mushroom sun.
So, Zadok, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the lead guy.
Okay. A 14 will not hit him.
There you go.
20 will.
Is he still up?
Just very barely.
Oh.
Oh.
Oof.
It doesn't matter. That's not gonna hit anyway. I will also, because of wild magic, I can mimic animal noises. At the top of my lungs, make a sound like a dog barking, like the dog barking.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well played. Make a deception check.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
fuck!
Can I roll above a fucking 5?
God. Oh,
Oh, that's so sad.
it really is.
Hold on. I'm gonna use my newly gained inspiration on that.
All right.
There we go.
Hey,
Yeah.
there we go. That's better. Um, the druids all freeze and look towards the door of the tavern, trying to spot the dog. So on their turn, the horde of druids who'd close to melee are all confused as all fuck, looking for the dog, and do not do anything else for fear of provoking. Christona.
Whack. Fuck.
14
Fuck.
will not hit. That will not hit either.
Well, fuck.
You do have bardic inspiration if you'd like to spend it.
Yeah. Used for that for the first one. It's a D8, right?
D10, I think.
D10.
Level
Moving
10,
on.
right?
Shuck! Fuck! My shit
That
fuck
is
moment.
actually that is actually just enough to hit him.
Wow.
He does not have good AC.
Take it.
Seriously, roll 20's pissed off today.
Apparently. And
Yep.
well, that's 19 damage at least.
He had 2 health left, so he falls. Are you trying to kill him?
Hmm. Know what? Survival of the fittest here. Yep. And then just gonna kick him out of the way and step up in this spot and glare down these other ones, trying to threaten them away at least. Because that one was apparently beyond intimidating. Maybe the rest will understand.
Make an intimidation check.
It's great at that.
They look scared by how you just cracked their leader's head open and caused fungus to spread across him and consume his warm body.
Oh yeah, speaking of that. He's coming back up.
Of course. I need to move your character.
Yep.
That
Like
is-
kicks him slightly off to the side and then he gets the fuck back up.
Cool.
See, I'll let that be a fucking intimidation for them.
They look doubly intimidated by how you just resurrected their boss's corpse to use as a zombie from their perspective. But they hold their ground. Beowulf.
I don't remember whether I can use the Can I have the zombie move on my turn, or is that waiting till the next turn for this?
Basically the same as as a summoned creature, yeah?
Think?
Sure, move it on your
Right. And just have him go up over Yes, go over here. I'm just kind of start to flank flank this group.
For sure.
That's my turn. Oh, bonus action though, spectral armor.
He moves up to flank. He shambles up to flank, I should say. Bower. Bower.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the angles, and they're not working now that Cristona took that guy. But we'll do this anyway.
Sorry, Bar.
Base of footwork today.
Okay. They literally can't beat that without a crit, so.
Okay. And then I'm going to do use my shield to do the cone.
Yeah. Okay.
Should be
Cone of
3.
fire, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
And it should be at an angle, so I think I should be able to hit at least 3.
15-foot cone. I really wish Roll20 had like a cone tool.
I've seen templates for it, but
Yeah.
But it comes up often enough that you would think that they would just
No,
have
they
one
would
of their
just have it in there, yeah. Um,
I think it should hit those.
yeah, okay. Sure, I can get behind.
Oh, it'll get 4. Never mind. So that works. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. That guy in the top right should not get hit.
Okay. Well, 2 of them roll terribly, and 1 of them rolls a nat 20. So, you shout the command words, Liberty give it! Chocolate egg cream!
Fuck, I forgot about that.
And the bull raises its head from your shield and snorts a torrent of fire over your foes. 2 of them get caught right in the midst of it. 1 of them dodges pretty well, but still gets burnt. They're druids, not rangers.
Okay, and then I'll action surge and do it.
Oh, aight.
Nice.
Aight. They rolled much better this time. Alrighty. They seem more ready for it. The 2 who were burned last time seem more ready for it. The one who wasn't last time seems much less ready for it. How much health does the zombie have?
1.
He shouldn't have been hit.
No, he wasn't. I'm just. What's his AC?
It's a skeleton.
I think it's 12.
13,
Yeah.
I think, are skeletons, right?
They have armor normally, so it might be a little higher.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, a 25 will definitely hit him, regardless.
Okay.
So one of the archers sees the fact that his boss was just, or that their boss was just raised from dead, and puts a couple arrows through him, or tries to. One of them misses horribly. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. And the rest of them are going to spread their. Those will all miss Bauer. Sudoku, you get 4. What's your AC?
17.
Okay. So then that is. We need to get you some better armor.
It's not usually a problem, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're kind of surrounded in an alley this time.
A little bit.
To be fair,
Unfortunately.
I'm thinking of taking a level of monk soon because an armor defense, and I have literally nothing better to spend my levels on because ranger is terrible.
I can't really argue with that.
Like, I need one more level of ranger to get essentially a 4th attack a turn, and then I'm basically done.
Right. You take a solid 13 damage from a crit and a regular attack.
That's fun.
Good job, guys. Then we're gonna get 3 at the.
Shield the first one.
I suspect you shield several of those.
You said 3 of them are attacking me?
Yep. How many of those hit? 1, 2. 2 of those hit with shield?
Even with shield, it's 3, because it's 16 plus 5 is 21, so
Gotcha.
whatever.
Alright. It's a solid 20 for you. Cool. Cristona, none of them hit you.
Cool.
I hate you.
No, you don't.
Are you sure? Alright, Diggeroy. You are up.
I'm not the worst. Yet.
No, I still hold that title.
You do.
Okay. So it doesn't look like anyone desperately needs healing, and that's good. Because some people desperately need killing. So I'm going to center that up here. To catch those guys.
Alright. Cool. Alright.
4 failed.
Alright, 4 of them fail. Good. So that one dies. And that one dies.
Okay, bye.
And that one dies.
Okay, bye.
And that one dies. These ones don't quite.
Alright, I like that situation a lot better.
Yes, it does seem like a much nicer.
And I will give inspiration to Sadok for my bonus action.
Alrighty. Sadok, you are now inspired. Hopefully inspired not to die.
Hopefully. All right. We'll go up for the archers up here.
All right.
Add inspiration.
First one will-
10.
The first one will kill this one. Okay, roll for the 10. What does that put it at? A 14?
Yeah.
That will not hit the second one. The third one will, though. So now of 4 seconds ago, there were 7 archers standing on this rooftop, alive and well. Now there is one who is wondering what the fuck happened to all of their friends.
And then I'll back up to get like underneath this roof so the ones above us to the left can't shoot me.
For show. As the as they watch their buddies get killed, the remaining wild-shaped druids are going to caw and then fly.
Yep.
But the other people up here, having realized that the dog is not, in fact, barking at them, are going to resume their attempts to kill you all.
As the dead leader puffs out spores from his corpse and gives 12 damage to all 3 of these. Because they start their turn next to him.
Sure. They're still going to try and kill you, though.
Yep. But they can take some necrotic damage while they do it.
They can. Alright, one of these is going to go for... Those will both hit power?
Yep.
Alright, they deal 11 damage by hitting you real hard with their big sticks. Digoroy, you got a 12 and a 28.
Okay.
Isn't your zombie dead, Christona?
Yeah, but it keeps delivering the
got it.
attacks for a minute after it dies. Just that general area. It can't move anymore or attack.
Cool. Well, this one's gonna come around and attempt to hit you. Digoroy, you take 12 damage from the one in front of you, who goes... Christona, that's 2 attacks.
Disadvantage? Yep.
Alright. That is 20 damage to you, Christona.
That was with disadvantage because of the spectral armor?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, I have resistance to that, so...
Indeed. Alright. Which does take us to your turn.
Yep. So, let's smack this one.
You're gonna have to be more specific about which one this
The one that
is.
just hit me.
Okay. Oh, 12 will not hit, but a 10 will. Or a 21.
Yep. And then spectral armor back on.
Cool. Which takes us to Digoroy. Or, not Digoroy. Bauer.
It's
Start with the guy in the bottom left.
Sure.
And we'll just try to push him down.
Sure. He can't beat that, so you push him down. Alright.
Is he still alive?
How much health does he have? No one's hit him yet, actually, so yes. Alrighty. He is still alive. But he is not looking.
I'll throw a menacing attack on that last one.
He makes your wisdom save. I know most things are very frightened of you, but this random druid whose shit you just kicked in, for some reason is not frightened of you. It's weird.
Is he still alive after the +8?
Yes.
I'm impressed then.
Like free action to be impressed?
Sure, if you want.
I mean, I feel like I need to be after I beat the shit out of him and he's still not.
He is bowed, he is bowed and bent, but unburdened. Alrighty. And that takes us to the druids. They're gonna fuck right off.
Yay,
'Cause
the
they're
smart
like,
ones!
Oh shit! What the fuck?
That is survival
And
of
they
the most
fuck right
intelligent.
Fittest does not necessarily mean, most in shape.
That's
It
what I
means
said.
most,
It's survival of the intelligent.
yeah, most fit to survive in their environment.
Exactly.
These guys are proving to be very fit to survive in their environment by knowing when to run the fuck away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Hey, Diggeroy.
Yeah.
You're up.
So I am. Them running away almost ruins my turn.
I'm so sorry.
Almost.
So the order is those 5 in that order. The first one's
Okay.
24 to hit for 21 damage.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Holy shit.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Holy
That guy in
fuck!
particular.
70 damage to that last one.
Okay, which one's the last one? This one?
That
He's dead. I don't even have to finish calculating that out. Second to last one is this one.
was
He's
39.
dead.
First one.
The 15 will...
I need to get me some better Gish spells. I'm so far behind in your guys' melee attacks. Shit.
This is a 5th level spell, to be fair.
That's
Yeah.
true.
This one's dead.
I don't have any melee spell attacks for 5th level, though.
Steel Wind Strike, I think, is just Ranger, too.
It's yeah, I think so.
And, magical secrets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So then that's like not a thing you're supposed to get until like 17th level, but bards are fun.
Bards are indeed.
Cards are fun.
Lovely when that spell works. Bonus action. I will inspire Bauer because I haven't done that yet.
Alright, Bauer, you are inspired.
Finish him off.
Ooh. Alrighty. So that takes us back up to Sadok. There's one guy here, one guy. 18 and 28 will hit. Which one is this for?
Start with the one on the right that's still up.
So your thing is messed up. Your damage.
Oh yeah, your damage is messed up. It's not rolling a dice.
That's weird.
Want to roll me 2d6 real quick?
Oh.
Well,
Wow. It's still enough to kill him. So, fun fact, Steel Wind Strike is apparently a ranger spell and a wizard spell.
Oh.
fuck?
Why did
Blade
wizard
Singers?
spell?
I think for Blade
I
Singers,
guess.
It would have to be Blade Singers.
It must be.
Or Eldritch
Yeah.
Knights? Or wait, no, I guess that's a
Maybe.
fighter thing, but...
No, Eldritch Knights don't get 5th level spells, I don't think.
Well, I guess if you...
Tap out more.
Yeah, it must be Blade Singer then.
I remember being really annoyed that it's not on the Hexblade list.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It probably
Get
is
Cone of
there.
Pull, but not Steel Wind Strike.
Probably is there for Blade Singers, but you can totally make a Gish Wizard without it.
That's true.
It's the one spell. There aren't enough Gishy spells in general, so it's one of the very few.
It
But
was one of the other campaigns I was in. I decided that I want to make. I told everybody, like, I'm going to make the tankiest character I can try to build. By the way, I'm rolling a wizard.
dude, Abjurers and Diviners are both
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
the hell. War Wizards are nasty too.
Mm-hmm.
I went Abjuration.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pick up what is the warlock one? The armor of Hadar.
Armor
or
of
something?
Agathis?
Yeah, armor of Agathis.
Yeah.
Fucking brutal.
Anyway. Yeah, so you killed the dude. This one last guy looks around at all of his dead fellows around him. Looks at Bauer. And decides that he's gonna go out fucking fighting.
I can respect that.
I mean, it's probably smart. If he tried to run, he'd probably just eat a sword in the back.
It's true.
He even gets 2 hits in, as he does. He hits you twice with his big stick. And I'm sorry, every time I say that somebody hits you with a big stick, I chuckle a little inside.
God damn
12
it,
years
Teddy,
old.
stop it.
12 years old.
That's why I keep saying it. It makes me chuckle every time.
I don't get that reference then.
I don't think it's a reference. I just enjoy the image of, or I enjoy the phrasing of. I'm going to say I enjoyed the image of that, and then I'm like,
Might not be the right word for it.
Anyhow,
I mean, to each their own, yo.
yeah, but
No judgment here. No judgment.
A little bit of judgment.
No judgment.
Anyhow, the druid hits Power with his big stick.
Yep.
Christona, it's your turn.
Yep. Speaking of that, so, as Christona is going to wander over to this druid, is going to hold out her own shillelagh staff and kind of call back the spores from over the dead druid as they walk by, and then start wailing on this one with the halo.
Cool. 16 will hit. As will a 26. Are you trying to kill him or not?
Yep. Has no more time
Okay,
for this. They
he's
had their
dead.
chance.
He's dead.
Do those spores attach to your shillelagh?
It was more like they came back up the shillelagh and like up back to her hat and just kind of like spun around the shillelagh and the mushroom cap, both.
Ah,
Just taking back what was hers.
So,
And then just going to have the spores eat through these bodies. Make use of them somehow.
all right, the spores start eating through the body.
That is a waste.
all right. Now that we're done, let's go get some beer.
Indeed.
Oh shit. Ow.
I would like for you all to please make dexterity saving throws for me.
Oh.
All right. A 24 will succeed.
Also, what the fuck are those?
I'm so glad you asked.
Shit.
A 24 will succeed. A 3 will not. Two 15s will
What
not
was
either.
the bardic inspiration? 1d8 or 1d10?
D10.
It's 1d10.
An 8 will not save you either.
I didn't figure it would, but might as well spend it before it gets blown anyway.
It's true.
The staves of those of those druids who you've just defeated rise from the ground and begin to attack you all, independent of any visible force. Even a couple of bows come down from the roofs and get in on the action.
Assuming a 12 wouldn't do it either, would
No. Each of you who failed, so everybody but Sadok, take 48 damage. Sadok, you managed to dodge them entirely as you dance through the storm of wooden staves. Sorry, you take 17 damage. The damage I just rolled.
just wanted to be sure.
That's fair. As from the pile of garbage next to the door, an old man emerges with stringy white hair and wrinkles on his face. Clothed in rags and with a big grin on his face as he laughs.
Well, fuck.
sits there for a second and watches as you all dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge to avoid the flailing shillelaghs.
If you can dodge a shillelagh, you can dodge a ball.
Then he calmly begins to walk forward, laughing all the while.
Bauer, what did you do before?
I don't even know who I am, and you want me to answer that question?
As Bauer replies to that question, the old man begins to laugh again.
I'm casting this one on myself.
Okay.
I think I'll make Caster mass cure wounds if I can.
Sure. He's not doing anything.
Okay.
The sticks have stopped moving as he walks past. As he walks, his head continues to turn around on his neck to keep watching you all. Oops. I moved the wrong thing. Completely independent of the actual motion of his. At this point, it's tilted around, 170 degrees or so.
That seems normal.
That's unusual!
Oh, can you teach me how to do that?
Who are you?
He looks at Kristona and just grins. I am a man of wealth and taste.
Fuck.
Be seeing you all later. He steps onto the prison grate and somehow slides in between the holes on it and falls into the prison grate. Or into the sewer grate. Why did I say prison grate?
I wasn't going to ask.
Why did
No one
Bauer
ever
fuck
does.
with the devil?
Because I'm Bauer, it's what I do.
That's true. Why you gotta pull some Rolling Stone shit on us?
No comment.
God damn.
The shillelaghs all clatter to the ground and become inanimate once more.
Was new. Now may
Okay.
be time for that drink?
I hope so.
Like, look over shoulder, look back and forth, look to Bauer, and then start heading back towards the door.
As you open the door and look back into the dog, you see upon the bar a line of 4 drinks and a small little note next to them. Behind each drink, I've never specified what kind of breed the
Nope.
dog is, have I?
I thought it was a golden.
It is a golden.
Ah.
Behind each drink is a golden retriever puppy. Sitting there very quietly. Digoroy,
Mm-hmm.
what's your favorite drink?
Boilermaker.
What?
Of course.
Wow.
I couldn't decide between beer and rum, so
So it became
why not
Boilermaker.
both?
All right. Hey Bauer, what's your favorite drink?
Whiskey neat.
All right. Sadok, what's your favorite drink?
Stokes would probably be a glass of a nice red wine.
All right. Cristona, what's your favorite drink?
That's a question. Probably.
What is Cristona's favorite thing to drink in general?
Probably just like water with some kind of like fruit essence or like flour. Like
Okay.
into it.
The real great thing would be, after asking all of us what our favorite drink is, and so there's 4 like completely unrelated drinks sitting on the bar.
I mean, yeah.
No. I'm not doing that.
I mean,
It's
So-
all straight
drink.
tequila. It's all straight tequila.
As tempting as that is, I would not provide you with golden puppies and a lot of straight tequila. That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
I feel like that's only if the puppies come cavorting with us after the tequila.
The golden puppies, when would they not come cavorting?
That's true. Let's go over and sit, look
Anyhow,
at the drink and
upon the bar, yes, upon the bar you see a Cristona, you see a particular kind of underdark fruit water. Bauer, there's a large, neat whiskey for you. Sadok, there is a bottle of fine red wine with a glass next to it. Of course, the proper kind of glass. Yes, Bauer. The
that
whole
is
bottle.
the proper glass is the entire bottle.
Digoroy, you see a big fucking steel tankard of Boilermaker as well. And each of them has a golden puppy next to it and a small note attached.
What does the note say?
The dog is sitting behind the bar. The note each say the same thing. They all say thank you, and they have a paw print on them.
Adorable.
Yeah. Let's look over to the dog and give a nod.
Arf.
Yep.
The puppies come with the drinks. They are very cute.
They're extremely
Um,
cute. I'll smile and reach out and pet the puppy gently and take a sip.
Of course. The puppy whimpers excitedly and gives an appreciative little as you pet him. The puppies also lick clean whatever wounds you have and heal them.
I love this bar. This is the best bar.
AKA take full health. The
Thanks.
puppies have magic healing power. All of you.
I've read this book. Puppies do have magic saliva. They'll close wounds.
Impossible. You can't have been reading my fantasy. But you go to a table, notes and drinks in hand, and puppies at your heels. What do you want to do tonight, guys?
Might actually look over to the dog again. Might not understand. Were all the city circle druids, did they all run away? Or have they come here?
Did they run away or did they all come here?
Or have
The dog just
Or did they all run away?
and shakes his head.
Gives a nod at that. Do we speak to the one at the university?
Yeah, we should do that.
How late is it now? Is it night?
It'd be evening. You spent a bunch of yesterday shopping and then wandering into the slums.
Fair.
So it's been a busy day.
In the morning, then?
Perhaps.
Pet the puppy again. Thank you.
The puppy just nuzzles you a little bit.
Bar.
Anybody want to do anything tonight, or
Nah.
Nope.
Might see. Let me see. I think I have. Can I maybe see if there's a regular bird around before you sleep to send like an animal messenger to anybody from the city circle that she met before to at least see if they're all right.
Sure. There are definitely regular birds around.
Yep. And we'll use one as an animal messenger and
Cool.
then go sleep.
Ready? So, you all awaken on the morrow. The corpses that you left in the alley have fully rotted away by now. The blood from all of them has mysteriously vanished. The puppies groan and shake themselves awake as you guys do, and they trot downstairs. The dog has breakfast ready and waiting for you guys when you come down.
Give a good morning and we'll eat quietly.
Yeah.
Christona's still kind of frustrated by the whole thing yesterday, though.
Frustrated how?
Just having to fight other druids. They should all be working together because they're assholes. Why do they have to be assholes? That's something they didn't need.
I don't know what to tell you.
Nah, I'm just saying they're frustrated by them.
Fair enough.
So who wants to take the lead on explaining to this person what the primordial had to say?
Who is this person? I don't think I was here for the session.
We needed to tell the chancellor at the university about how they needed to be on guard for demons turning reality into a mess in the sea, swallowing whole cities.
I think specifically she just said for things stirring under the earth.
I definitely wrote down all that stuff, so I think you told us that.
Well, there's one. I kind of doubt it because there's one very specific thing that I was referring to with that.
And then what the heck is
Oh,
what? I'm gonna look back at my pods.
So clearly what we do is we make some hats out of tin foil and start shouting about the under people.
I mean, if you did that, you'd probably have a couple dwarves come up to you and tell you, "That's racist."
Damn it.
That's what dwarves are. They're under people, right?
That is our word.
Well, okay, so What was the wording? Because I need to write that down because I don't know how I wrote down the other thing when...
I mean, she did give several general pronouncements of doom. But I think the specific one towards the Chancellor would have been about things stirring under the earth.
So dwarves are making soup?
God.
The piece of cake to bake a pretty cake.
The dwarves may be making soup, sure.
Well, you can at least tell them what we were told to say. Whether they know what the Primordial was talking about is another issue, but they would probably have ways to send to the Primordial or something like that and get more information.
Also, at least one of you guys wanted to drop by the university and see about having some items commissioned, I believe.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I still need my wand of speak with dead. Because
You can
I
certainly
use
do
that
that.
spell so often, despite not being able to cast it.
Alright. So, from where you guys are, you basically head right by the artificery building as you head towards the Chancellor's office is in the main administration building, which is this big ass tower. But you basically head right by the artificery building, or the artificery buildings, plural. You want to drop in? Talk to some people about
Yes.
getting stuff commissioned? Alright. Anybody have things other than Bauer's contingency ring? Anybody want to try and get anything commissioned besides Bauer's contingency ring?
A wand of speak with dead.
Okay. I honestly couldn't tell if that was a joke or not when you said that.
No, I'm serious.
Right. Speak with Dead is just a cleric spell, yeah?
Yeah, 3rd level.
Third. I thought it was second.
Pretty sure.
Okay. Oh, it's also a bard spell.
Is it now?
Digra, you want to take Speak with Dead?
What level is it?
Third. That
Maybe
was
next level.
That was semi a joke, but now you're actually considering.
I'm looking at spells that I don't really use much anymore.
That's fair.
Probably get rid of Shatter.
Kinda tempted to see if I can get my staff proper enchanted. Because I'm falling behind on the melee damage with all y'all.
You're really not. But all right. So you head into artificery. It is a cacophony of different noises emanating from various buildings around. One of the buildings is belching smoke where they do forging. Another one of them is dead silent. You see gnomes, humans, dwarves, elves, half-orcs, tieflings, people of all races running around, brandishing their newest inventions. There are even a few people, as they spot you coming in, trying to pawn off their newest and latest and greatest inventions for you guys to try.
Like...
Well, let me.
Go on.
Well, they got one who they call it the Assassin's Battle Axe of Victory. That does extra poison damage to attacks made when a target is surprised. The this is grim. The Memorial Hook of Slaughter. Which remembers enemies that you've already killed and allows you to treat the weapon as a +1 weapon whenever you fight another monster of that kind. And allows you to use a bonus action to move up to half your speed towards another creature when you kill one creature. Stuff like that.
Hmm.
They have a bunch of weird and random weapon effects on them. I have more if people want them or would like to hear them.
I'll probably stick with my staff for now, because it has all the nice shrooms on it.
All right. Mostly, however, the courtyard is alive with the bustle of students moving from class to class right now. Some of them are working outside, sketching. Some of them are just talking animatedly, gesturing, and occasionally scribbling designs on papers near them. It is a lively place here.
Guess we should find someone who can point us towards the Chancellor.
Well, you do still have a couple people around you trying to sell you stuff.
Poke a random student on the shoulder. Excuse me, where's the main administrative building?
He looks at you like you're kind of dumb and points towards the big ass tower right here.
Well, that makes sense. Start going in that direction.
All right. If anybody wanted anything new, this would be the place to commission it.
Right.
Hmm.
So, Wand of Speak with Dead.
Yep.
All right. Wand of Speak with Dead. I'm going to.
Digoroy, should we maybe have stones of sending to be able to talk with the Visherad?
That would be useful, yes.
Yeah, you can get sending stones here.
How big a set can I get?
You can get. Let's say a set of up to 8 sending stones.
Okay.
The base price is 1,500 for 2, and it's an extra 500 for each one in the set.
Sorry, say again?
So 1,500 base price for 2, and then an extra 500 per sending stone that you want to add to the set.
I don't have the cash for that. But I will keep that in mind.
We can assist.
How much do you need?
Well, I'm thinking 3 as a minimum. So we have 1 on the Visherod, 1 on the ship, and then 1 with us.
Kristona has a very large amount of gold.
Yeah, I have barely 1,000.
I have like 8,000.
Same.
We need to see how much something costs
And
first.
that's after getting like scrying mirrors and stuff like that the previous day. Yeah, totally in for a bunch of sending stones.
All right.
I feel like 4,500 for the 8, right?
Sounds right. Yeah.
That's my math.
The hell are you gonna do with 8 sending stones? Curse them and give them to your enemies?
I'm sure we can find a bunch of
Nobody
people on
would fall
various...
for that.
We'll find friends on various continents that we want to talk to.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, you have at least
Not all of them can be assholes. They gotta not all
You
be
have-
assholes.
you have at least one friend in Helgi Domer already, even if you guys don't know it yet. Remember that slave bower one?
No.
Wow.
Well, okay. Good to know. I'm just gonna quietly shuffle him off to the side. But
Now I have to go back to the tape. Jeez.
oh, it's literally like he won a slave in a carousing session.
Oh shit, yeah!
I
forgot
remember
about
that. Yeah.
I thought that was a different game that happened. Or no, I think that other game was when we bought one. Or
Oh no, we bought several slaves in another game. That's an entirely different situation.
Yeah, that was a poor
Yeah.
decision all around. No.
That was... That's fucking
those
Cortanus and Phelan.
Those fucking little shits. No, you've never bought slaves in a game I've run. You kind of just ended up with him after.
Just for anyone in chat, we bought them to free them. I swear to God, we bought them to free them.
yeah, totally.
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I could see us buying slaves when we were doing Out of the Abyss, and not for freeing purposes.
Yeah, but that's because your characters for that one were a bunch of evil assholes, or at least for the second half of it.
Not entirely.
Hey,
The necromancer wouldn't have stood for the for slaves that weren't evil people. Those are just indentured servants.
don't remember my character being an asshole.
Sure.
Evil
Hey, we were
fuck,
doing the
sure.
best with the situation presented with us.
You know, you're not wrong.
Very polite evil person.
Yeah.
Anyhow, how many sending stones do you want to die?
We should get a bunch of sending stones. I mean, Kristone is fine putting in for the big set. Then we'll just have them if we need them.
Yeah, I don't know if we need 8, but I feel like at least 4.
That would be 2,500 then?
All right.
Yep.
Sold. Pleasure doing business with you all.
I'll put in 1K.
All right. You still need anything commissioned? head just down the way to the forgery building or to the forgery building.
Oh, what now?
Forge.
About to ask.
Talk to Professor Wiggle Whistle.
That what they're calling him now.
This has not gotten better.
Go talk to Wiggle Whistle about a wand. Like seeing a man about a horse.
Jeez.
All right. So you head into the forge building, into the forge. I should really just call it the forge, not the forge building. You head into the forge. You hear shrill gnome voice shouting over the din of forges. No, no, no! You beat the metal this way, not that way. And you hear the beating of metal, and then the sudden cry of pain from a gnome. You dumbass! Keep your fingers out of the way when I'm working the metal.
Pleasant bunch.
I know my name is Wiggle Whistle, but you don't have to wiggle your whistles in the way.
Whew. This is happening.
You come around a corner and see a very smaller than usual gnome. He's only 2 feet tall, with some very, very large goggles with an impressive array of magnifying lenses on them. Despite being about 2 feet tall, he has enormous forearms and surprisingly delicate-looking fingers. He, of course, has frazzled white hair and is looking very disapprovingly at a student who's clutching a clearly broken finger. I swear, children these days.
Putting a little too much of yourself in there.
Hey man, I'm not teaching anybody for another 4 months. I'm totally free of teaching bitterness.
Yeah, that's totally how that works.
Yeah,
Sure.
I believe you. Yes.
He turns around. Ah, hello. Are you new students for forging? Or you come to commission?
Come for a commission.
Ah, interesting. Well, I'm Wiggle Whistle. I'm head of. Well, I'm the vice chair of artificery. What the fuck was that? Okay, I'm just gonna ignore the weird noise from outside because I definitely don't live in a horror movie and it's definitely not gonna kill me.
This is fine.
Especially if you don't fall asleep.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely. So Wiggle Whistle. Name's Wiggle Whistle. I'm the vice chair of the artificery department, and I'm known for being quite skilled at wiggling these whistles. And he waggles his fingers at you.
That was a waggle, not a wiggle.
They're close enough for us to be indistinguishable in 86.2% of cases. I'll have. Clearly, you are a very perceptive fellow. Would you like a pair of these lovely goggles that I'm wearing? They allow you to see things down to the size of 0.26 millimeters, as if they were full-sized in front of you. Truly astounding. Zero distortion.
I'm good. I'm actually looking for a way to speak to people, not to look at things.
Why would you want to
Specifically-
speak to people?
Well, specifically, I'd like to speak to dead people.
Oh, speaking to dead people. Ooh. That is. Well, I shouldn't talk about that. Clients get very picky about these things. You wanted to speak to dead people. How were you thinking of speaking to dead people?
Well, it's a common enough piece of magic for the church. I just wanted it in an artifact rather than having to go find a priest.
You're wearing some sort of religious insignia, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. He looks at it. Well, anything a priest can do, a wizard can do better.
Even praying?
Have you met the wizards of the Temple of Maestra? They're pretty damn good at praying, if I do say so. Positively breathtaking to watch. The way they waggle their fingers and wiggle their whistles. Truly amazing.
Have we entered your magical realm again?
No. You've never entered my magical realm. That would be... No. Let's not even go there.
You're the one who keeps saying waggling in a weird voice.
I don't know
How
what
breathtaking it is.
It's fucking wiggle whistle.
And who named him?
Blame the random name generator.
Never not.
Anyhow,
He just ran with it. He ran with it hard.
I sure fucking did.
Hard.
God damn it. You guys are the worst. This is what I get for trying to give you nice things. Anyhow. Righto. Speak with dead. Perhaps a wand of some sort.
That would be perfect.
Spell. Very well. He sits there and he stands there staring off into space, crunching some numbers in his head. For a wand such as that, it'll need recharging every day. Excess magical energy. How many times per day did you want to be able to use it?
Oh, I mean, the more the better, I think. But if it's cost prohibitive, it's not a huge requirement to be able to do many a day.
Well, the more uses per day, the more expensive it'll be. The more magical energy it has to retain on its own, as opposed to absorbing it every day, the greater storage capacity it has to have, and so he kind of trails off a little bit, mumbling to himself. I will quote you. I'll say base price. If you want it to not explode sometimes.
Not exploding would be good.
Yes. Well,
What's the fun in that?
a reasonable amount of standard wand design, like to explode or crumble into dust or some such. Sometimes, about 5% of the time, when their last charge is expended. Should you wish me to avoid, should you be okay with such a chance, it'd be sloppy workmanship, of course, but I could make you a wand for as little as 1,000 gold for one charge. With extra charges per day being perhaps 750 gold apiece.
That was without the chance of exploding?
That was with the chance of exploding.
And how much without the exploding?
Without the exploding, call it 3,000. 750 per extra charge. Have roughly a 5% chance of exploding every time you expended the last charge.
I'll get a 3-charge one without the chance of exploding.
3 charge without the chance of exploding, so 3,000 plus
4,500.
20. Okay. So that's 5,500?
Should be 45. You said 750 per charge?
Yes.
So that would be 1,500 plus 3,000 is
Yes, sorry.
4,500.
For some reason, I added an extra charge on there. So yes. 2,500. Very well. Have you the gold on you?
Yeah.
Excellent. This will probably take about a week to complete. Will you be able to drop by here? Would you rather I'd mail it somewhere?
That's a good question. Are we staying here for a week?
The next stop was Helgi Domer, but I don't remember that being something we have to get to like super fast.
Nope. That was just y'all wanted to go talk to the Primarch.
If we do
Kristona-
stay, we're gonna have to fight the remainder of those druids at some point, I'm sure.
I'm okay with that.
You did kill like a dozen of them, so that's a safe bet.
Hmm.
Yeah, but we didn't kill all of them. That's the problem.
We are still hoping to hear back from the city circle.
So, yeah, let's just say we're going to stay here for a week then. But I'm pretty sure other people want to commission things too.
Yeah, trying to figure out what that would be.
No, I definitely
well.
do.
If you're staying here
another-
for a week, you can come pick this up in a week's time.
And if we're gonna stay here for a week anyway, we don't have to barge into the Chancellor's office. We can like send a note, and if we drop the right name, we might be able to get a meeting with him without interrupting whatever he's doing. More polite that way.
Sounds good.
I'm trying to remember, back on the Vishrod, had the druids eventually managed to, like, get trees to grow at all anywhere?
Yeah. Trees to grow? No, not yet.
Okay.
Nothing besides like saplings so far.
Okay.
Because they only just got the like staves fully working to make it fertile.
Right. Okay.
Nothing big enough to carve a staff out of, if that's what you're thinking.
No, actually, I was more curious to visit and drop off a sending stone.
Oh.
Because I have the tree, the
Tree stride.
movement through plants.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let's see if there are any items that would
I'd
be...
like to make that ring.
Oh,
Right. Oh, you wanted that? What ring?
That ring that would activate when I was down on my turn, or
Oh yeah. No, the Professor Wiggle Whistle is asking you.
yeah, the A ring that does a thing after a certain condition. Basically, if I'm dead 2 turns in a row, regardless of whether I get back up or not in between those 2 times. I don't know how to explain that in game better.
So you're looking for something that can help you get up when you've been knocked down.
Yes, because I want some chop thumping.
I was gonna say,
When he gets knocked
I want
down,
a ring,
he wants to get it back up again.
ring of Chumbawamba.
There we go. Chop thumping.
Does it have to be a ring? Could it be,
Well,
for instance, a belt?
I'd prefer a ring because I have plenty of room on my fingers as of right now. But if a belt would be cheaper.
Do you waggle them as you said?
Look, these aren't my whistles.
He does want to cast feast.
Very thick whistles they are. Something like a belt would indeed be cheaper, because what sounds like what you're describing is similar to a contingency spell. Something similar to either a contingency spell or a ring of spell storing. If you wanted to be able to recharge it easily. Because you're traveling with, he looks at Christona, you're very obviously some manner of druid.
Yes.
Either that or some horrible myconid monstrosity.
Just blinks at him. That is
I'll
rude.
take that to mean that you're... I'll take that to mean that you're the druid and not the monstrosity. Excellent. So she should be able to recharge your... any sort of spell like that. But it would need to be something that stores spells and has a contingency aspect to detect them. And you're with the gentleman who just requested the wand of Speak with Dead, yes?
Yes.
This is something new, so it's going to take me a little bit of time, but it can be done, I believe. I will foist the wand of Speak with Dead on one of my on one of my students. One of the good ones. Fret not. It'll still be quality work. And I will take this on myself. It's been a while since anybody's brought a good challenge. Give me a week. I'll have you a belt that's... How's about this? Give me a week's time. I will give you a prototype belt. Something to test out the new... something to test this out. And if you let me test it on you, and give me your feedback, I will significantly discount the whole thing.
That works for me.
It may have glitches, just so you're aware. You will have to sign a waiver that says if the belt kills me, your party will not seek... your party will absolve me of blame.
What are the odds of these glitch or bugs?
Minor ones, like a bit of itching or maybe a small harmless shock, are not uncommon. Anything actually harmful is very, very unlikely.
Yeah, that can work for me. As long as the real one doesn't have these.
No, of course not.
Then yeah, I'm down.
Excellent. So for a belt, um, for belt, I will say glitches included in a week. We'll call it 5,000 gold for a single charge of a single level of spell, as the four wizards say.
What's the spell it's casting again?
Whatever spell your druid or anybody else you know who may be able to cast puts into it. It'll have to be a healing spell, otherwise, well, it'll be significantly more complex to make it do anything that isn't healing.
And how much for 2 spells?
2 levels of spell, call it an extra 1,000 per spell level.
And this is with the discount?
Yes. This is not cheap nor simple.
Alright, let's just go with the 1 level then.
Very well. Should you change your mind in the future, I think I'll be able to expand it. Should you find yourself more wealthy. Call it half up front, the other half upon delivery of a working item.
Works for me.
All right. So that'll be 25,000 gold, please. Or 2,500 gold.
And I'll throw him that. Or hand it to him.
Alrighty. Much obliged. Much obliged. Will there be anything else, or am I free to wiggle these whistles?
Do you whistle while you work?
I do indeed. How else am I to keep the cage?
We had been considering something, but we do not like being called a monstrosity, so we
Well,
will
we
not.
established you aren't a monstrosity. You are, in fact, a druid.
You consider a myconid a monstrosity?
No, they're myconids. But you are definitely not a myconid.
We are not so different.
Perhaps not. I don't know what you are.
Not a customer today. I was going to step back to the door and just wait with, like, whoever might be standing closest to the door or outside of it.
He shrugs and turns to the rest of you. Anything else for the rest of you?
That'll be it for the moment.
Excellent. Well, pleasure doing business with you. See you in a week.
Bye.
Farewell. Alrighty, Diggeroy, welcome back.
As they're walking away, Christina just has folded arms and just scrunched nose slightly. We do not like that one very much. He is rude.
So he is.
Just because he called you a horrible Myconic monstrosity.
Yep. Only our friends are allowed to color that.
Oh, God.
He wheels fingers elsewhere.
Excuse you, his whistles, not his fingers. They're instruments of his art. Insert pretentious professor explanation here.
Diggeroy is a better bard.
I don't have it in my soul to spit that out right.
Diggeroy understands. Diggeroy is a better bard.
Uh-huh.
Figaro is a better bard than like 99% of the people in the setting right now. So,
It's true.
yeah, he probably. Besides, he's not even a bard, he's an artificer.
You confirm he's a better bard than I am.
Probably. I don't know. Do you guys want to have a bard off to prove it?
Yes.
I just admitted he was. I don't understand.
Well, there's always, I'm sure you can always find a tree stump and a fiddle whenever you need one.
Oh, is that how we get the old guy?
Yeah!
Oh, sorry, what?
That's how we take care of Mog. We found it. We found the solution. Diggeroy, it's up to you.
I'm the best there's ever been.
Now, Diggy, you're rousing up your bow.
You can certainly try. You can. As with most things in this world, you can certainly fucking try.
Starts playing a fiddle and then gets hit by staves. It suddenly turns into a mosh pit.
That is basically what happened earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck.
You'll find out what he is eventually. Probably. Well, if you keep looking. What do you guys want to do now? You have left the forge. You're back into the courtyards of the artificery section.
You still have to talk to the Chancellor.
You do.
I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna continue to support the let's get an appointment plan.
Yeah, we got no rush.
But we're too important for this. We should be able to just walk right in.
Yeah, but they don't know that yet. That's the thing. I don't think But smashing our way in is going to pull it off with these guys like it did with the others.
Then we had smash our way in.
I'm sorry, did I just hear that you wanted to butt smash your way in?
I don't know what you heard. It's not what I said.
This time, we'll set.
I mean, that's what I heard.
In the future, we'll make them set an appointment with us.
I mean, you're kind of you're getting towards that point, honestly.
Yeah.
I remember
You're
who.
level. You're 10 or 11 now.
11?
Oh, roll 20. Just yeah,
Who did
11.
we initially talk to? Like when we got our first assignment, who was that here in Aventine?
Excellent question. I happen to have his name right here in my notes. His
Hooray!
name is Professor Gearhart.
Ah,
He
yes.
is he's the head of divination.
Right, okay. So he would know in advance when the best time to talk to the Chancellor is.
It's the whole point of divination, isn't it?
Exactly.
Exactly.
That was very much a Stefan Spicy voice.
It may have been because I was about to yawn when I said.
To be fair, we could peek in and say hello to him and see if he has any other stuff in the meanwhile. Since we have a week here.
Do you want to? Well,
Sure.
I guess in general, do you want to peek in on him?
Might as
Is that
well.
Yeah.
a shirt to peeking in on him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you can head into the divination tower. It's much quieter over here than it was in the artificery area. It's primarily, students in robes quietly whispering to each other, as opposed to the often dirt smudged or sooty students of artificery. But you eventually find your way up towards the to the upper levels, where Professor Gearhart has his office. His receptionist looks up as you come in, says, "Ah, just like he said. Professor Gearhart was expecting you. You can go ahead and enter whenever you're ready."
Not being surprised at all, just heads that way then.
So you
Yeah,
enter the office. Professor Gearhart's office stands much as you remember it. Large desk dominating most of the room, behind which sits a taller than average, around 3 feet tall gnome, wearing robes with a large crystal ball in front of him. And he looks up as you all enter. "Ah, good to see you all. Please come, sit."
And sit down, give a nod. Professor.
"You're all looking well and hearty since the last time we met. That island brought you fortune, I see."
Did indeed.
"Excellent. Well, what can I do for you this fine day?"
We were curious about best times to make an appointment with the Chancellor. We have a message to deliver.
Yeah. Well, if it's a message you don't necessarily need to give in person, you can give it to me. I'll give it to the Chancellor at the next chairs meeting of this university. He rubs his head a little bit. If it's something you'd rather give to him in person, if you give me a few days, I can likely arrange a meeting with him for you.
I don't know if we need to give it in person, but I wouldn't want it to be shared publicly.
Yes.
Of course. It's not something I'd exactly broadcast to the world, I assume.
It is a message from the Primordial.
Oh. You have traveled far afield to meet her. No. Curiosity must be restrained for the moment. What is the message for the Chancellor?
Does it be wary of... Give him the full warning.
Oh. Well, shit.
This makes sense, Professor.
Yes. Yes, it does, unfortunately. How much time do you have in Aventine? Perhaps a week?
We're planning on staying a week.
But you have some trouble with the, druids, yes?
Unfortunately.
Of
I think
course.
more accurately, the druids have some trouble with us.
Just the urban enclave.
Yes. The city circle has gone to ground. How would you feel about making an excursion outside of the city for me?
We are happy
Spend
to
your
be
week.
away from them.
Spend your week, it'll be dangerous, but I am, at least in this matter, very well empowered to reward.
What's the request?
Things stirring. If the Primordial has seen fit to send a message, you're familiar with the mountains that form the backbone of the Sinaraja jungle, yes?
I can find him on a map.
Well,
Where we went to the Greatbeards, right?
yep. Have you ever been beneath them? There's a few dwarf clans that live underneath them. Have you ever met one of them?
One of them briefly.
Did they ever tell you about someone they call the Earth Mother?
They definitely mentioned the name. I don't recall them saying much about her.
Well, the Earth Mother is less compassionate than they would have you believe.
Yes.
Not in whatever sense you mean, I think. You see, beneath the mountains, most of the mountains, and he starts drawing out he pulls out a map of the Four Skull Strait. There's a creature. They call it the Earth Mother. It lies beneath the mountains, sleeping. Now, if you'll direct your attention to up here on the map, right around the mountains, and allow me to, well, just allow me. He draws this little circle on the map. That is its head. That is more or less the extent. Oh, sorry, a little bit short. That is more or less the extent of its body.
The mountains
The rivers?
are its back.
Several of the mountains are its spines. The 4 rivers that emerge from the Sinaraja Mountains that flow into the strait are where its legs crashed through the earth millennia ago and slept. The tail end of the mountains is quite literally where you'll find its tail. That is the creature that they call the Earth Mother. Though to be more specific, the academic community knows it by a different name. We call it the Tarask.
Fuck.
And it's slept underneath those mountains since before this. Well, not quite. It slept under those mountains for almost 1,000 years without being disturbed. If the primordial says that things are stirring beneath the earth and has sent warning to us, it's because that thing is starting to stir once more. And so, the mission I'm proposing for you is to head into the Sinaraja jungle, to the foothills of the mountains, near where its head rests. Go there. Listen. Listen to the Tarask. See if it is close to waking. And if it is, warn those of us here so that we may prepare. This may be very dangerous. But I trust you all. I've watched you through your trials. The primordial does too. So will you help us?
Sure.
This is a step towards dealing with the largest problem.
That was an awfully cheery sure.
Literally.
Diggeroy.
Would you prefer I'd not go?
No, I would not. Thank you. I have, well, give me the rest of the day. I will need to acquire some equipment for you. For you to, for you to see if it's truly waking. May Mr. watch over you. Thank you for bringing this to us.
Anything to keep this world from being destroyed?
Yes, indeed. Now, if you'll excuse me, I will go speak with the Chancellor. Make whatever preparations you must. You'll depart tomorrow morning. And with that, Professor Gearhart stands up from behind his desk and walks out.
Guess we're gonna stock up on some shit.
Mm-hmm. Which ship did we bring
Alright.
here? The airship, right?
The airship.
Excellent.
Yep, that's definitely good.
Yeah, it'll be a lot harder for the Trask to destroy it.
I don't know about that.
Not with that attitude.
Regardless, you are now burdened with a new purpose.
Fucking Trask! Oh my fucking god.
And I think that's where we're going to end for tonight.
You fucker, David!
Surprise!
Fuck! God damn it. Oh shit, there goes the planet.
Not quite.
I'm sure it could be worse. I'm not sure how,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it could be.
It can always be worse.
It's
Gonna
it's
say,
a
you can
rot
totally
Trask, that's how it's worse.
You can totally apply quite a few monster templates to the Tarask.
It
Vampire
doesn't.
Tarask. Half dragon.
Oh god, the Emperor. It doesn't need to be a rot Tarask. It's a Tarask that's like. It's a
Tarask is
Tarask that's
generally
big
enough
enough.
on its own.
It's a Tarask that's big enough that it fucking formed a mountain range out of itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's going up against possibly the only place on the entire world that could actually fight it off, though, or defend itself from it. The place that was the city that was specifically built by the epic level wizard to defend against this.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure people have figured out how to kill the Trask with like a level 1 wizard at this point.
I feel like it's in the name of a level 1 epic wizard.
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure all you
the
really
answer
need is a
is-
flying speed.
God damn.
No, that's the 4E one where it doesn't fly. You can just literally hang up there and drop shit on it. I think the 5E answer is 20 always hits, and it's only an AC 25, so it's not that hard to get people hit more often than that. You do need to surround every available square with bowmen, but enough fucking arrows.
Oh, well, that means if it's the size of a mountain range, that'll be really fucking easy.
Yeah. You really, the hard part is getting like literally a million arrows, but once you got that done, that's all. The rest is gravy.
What about slingers?
Even
Lots of
cheaper,
rocks.
that's a good point.
Just need to
All the
name them
magic
all,
stones,
David.
all of them.
You can certainly try.
Well,
Well, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I wasn't planning on dropping this to you and on you until one of you mentioned, "Oh yeah, we have a week here. We could go on a side quest or something." Um,
So much for that.
I was planning.
well,
I was mostly planning on it coming up like several levels from now, but
of
it's
course.
here. It happened.
I feel like that means we can delay this.
Not anymore, we can't.
You just
Now we're on a
accepted-
time. Now we're on a
You
time
just
scale.
Oh, you're not on a. You just accepted. You just accepted a mission to go.
Go put
check
a
on
mirror
it.
under the Tarask's nose.
You haven't. I should be clear. You have not accepted a mission to go fight the island-sized Tarask.
Yeah, that's part of the reason Diggory was so cheery. He absolutely didn't promise to do anything about it.
It was just an
Yep.
oddly cheery tone, or an oddly cheery sure, given the tone of the conversation. But yeah, you've been contracted to basically go see if it's actually waking up or not, so that the right people
Well-
can make preparations.
I think there's only really one way to be, actually sure whether or not it's waking up.
That's to wake it up.
What's that?
Go
To
ask
wake
it.
up yourself?
Yep. I mean,
Tarask
otherwise,
woken
like,
up.
We just leave a sending stone like right in front of its mouth, and then they can just listen to it on the other side. Just give the other one to their ear heart. They can listen to its breathing patterns.
Baby monitor.
Basically, a magical baby,
Baby monitor?
Yeah.
We should have gotten 8 sending stones.
Come to think of it, that's definitely one of the things they're gonna ask you to do now.
Yes.
Yeah, don't we just need like a seismic graph or something?
Yeah, those exist.
You think they have seismographs here?
I mean, the ancient Ancient Greeks did.
Chinese.
They had the thing like a-
used them. The Chinese ones were sensitive enough to detect if someone was trying to tunnel under your walls.
Huh. That seems like a very useful thing for the Chinese to have.
I was thinking there was some thing, I don't remember who it was, but it was like a thing where you could actually get a direction of where the earthquake came. Assuming it didn't hit you.
I don't know. I'm not up enough on my ancient seismographs to know that, unfortunately.
I skipped that college class.
Same.
No, see, all this shit was back from when the History Channel actually showed history.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, I'm too young
Those
for
were
that.
the days.
Yeah.
I'm too
Actual
young
music
to
videos on
remember that time.
MTV and VH1 and history on the History Channel.
God, you must be old if you remember music videos on MTV.
Yep.
Yeah.
The pop-up video.
Oh God.
Boy.
There's also the
Person
Headbangers
Daily.
Hall.
All right. Anything you guys want to stock up on the next day, posting downtime activities before you leave? Other than that, nominations?
Isn't that Sadok?
I wasn't here for the last session,
Yeah, we
so I don't know if you
didn't
guys
do it last session for some reason. I think
Okay.
because you weren't.
Yeah, because you weren't here.
might be why. I'm gonna go with Christona then for the being a mushroom abomination.
A
Thank you.
monstrous myconid abomination.
Thank you. I forgot the exact phrase.
Myconid monstrosity, that was the phrase.
For being very salty about it.
For being a salty mushroom.
This is very salty
Now
mushroom
I'm
these past
hungry.
couple fights.
Well, that guy was especially rude. Let's be.
Speaking of which, what happened to your mushroom son?
He
No.
stopped being animated after like a
Aw.
few minutes. But the mushroom carved with a smiley face is, I don't know. Did you guys pick it up after the fight?
I don't know.
I felt like we were a bit preoccupied right after the fight.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Cool.
Alright.
Got it.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Well, night then, guys.
Night. I will not be around next week because I will be on the drive home from Dragon Con.
Alright.
Good night, everybody.
There you go. Good
Thanks,
game.
chat. Night.
See it.
I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be in whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order. And my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello,